Let's all agree, cold calling sucks and hot leads are the best, but what is a warm lead? How do we define it? And how do we make sure we can maximize the number of warm lead opportunities around us? I'm Peter Chbaris with Lockbox, where we provide realtors lessons in leads, listings, and leadership. And we're going to talk today about what is a cold call, what is a hot lead, and then what is that in-between zone, the warm leads, and how do we recognize there's actually more than we think there are out there and convert them? So let's start with the basics. What is a cold lead? A cold lead is someone that has not raised their hand, you have no relationship with, and you're interrupting their day. A classic example of a cold call or a cold lead would be calling through the phone book or door knocking. These are examples when there is no relationship, they have not raised their hand saying they have a real estate need, and you're interrupting their day. That's a cold lead. None of us ever want to deal with that. And of course, there's a hot lead. Hot leads are someone that have raised their hand. There is already a pre-existing relationship, whether it's directly or through a third-party referral, and you're not interrupting their day because they have raised their hand and they want to talk to you about their real estate needs. Those are the best. Unfortunately, we can't necessarily grow a career and our income at the speed we may want to just relying on hot leads, which is what brings in this spectrum of warm leads. What is a warm lead? For me, a warm lead is somebody that has raised their hand with a real estate need. You may not have a relationship with them and you may be interrupting their day, but they have raised their hand and they say that they have a real estate need. The classic example of this would be like an internet lead. They've registered on a website because they have an interest in real estate. Well, when you call them, you are interrupting their day and there is no relationship, but there is a sign. I'm interested in real estate. I have questions. I may have a need to be solved. Well, that's where salespeople come in. Here is our opportunity to quickly make a connection, establish rapport, earn some trust, build a relationship, and identify what need they're trying to solve and if we're the right people to solve for it. That's what salespeople do. That's what we get paid for. It's not for avoiding the cold leads. It's not for calling the hot leads. Those are easy. It's that spectrum of opportunity that's the vast majority of real estate leads out there. I would say probably 80% of leads are warm leads. And there's of course different temperatures of warm. Some leads are warmer than others. They all have their merits. Our job as salespeople is to make sure we've got the right mindset that a lead is a lead. If they've raised their hand, this is not a cold lead. This is an opportunity to get into a relationship, get to know somebody, and maybe you earn their trust and then an opportunity to help them in wherever they want to go in their journey. So let's make sure that we're taking the most advantage of warm leads. That's where the majority of our income comes from. That certainly is where the majority of growth comes. And I'll see you in the week for another lesson in leads, listings, and leadership.